Mal- Malay. All right. We welcome you back to the Great Park Ice and 5-Point Arena here in Irvine, California. I'm Colin Costigan, be taking you along here tonight. It is Greek night here at the Great Park Ice. This one featuring the UC Santa Barbara Gauchos and the Cal State Fullerton Titans. Now for the Titans, you see them centered up right here in their prayer circle just moments before we have the first face-off in this game at the center ice. They are currently riding a 4-game winning streak and have been looking very comfortable overall, especially on the offensive end. Now for UC Santa Barbara, they're coming back off a doubleheader against Grand Canyon University, and it's been a tough season for them overall. Currently at 4-8. We are still going through the starting lineups. First for the visiting Gauchos, the netminder is Finn Moyesen. The left defender, Aiden Mirzagalayev. The right defender, number 5, Finn Conley. The left winger, number 37, Trip Hayes. The center, number 13, Finn Kowalek. And then Mason, number 3, he's over in the right winger position. And meanwhile for Cal State Fullerton, new netminder in this one, Connor Acevedo will be doing the duties back there. And left defender, Patrick Check, number 16. Right defender, Blake Malett. And then the left winger, number 7, Ezra Gale. At center, Tristan Lamb has been having a terrific season so far for Cal State Fullerton. And then the right winger, Liam McKay. Now we are just moments away before they get things going, and we'll have the national anthem here as well shortly. And there was a correction, it was Blake Malay. And for Cal State Fullerton, they're going to be without one of their veterans in this one as well. Been battling injuries all season, but none of them are tougher than Tyler Lambert. He's unfortunately going to be out the next few months with a torn quad injury that he sustained over at Long Beach, but being the kind-spirited person he is, still laughing it off, still around the club here today, as the lights will go down for pregame festivities. And we will be right back. You are watching the Titans ice hockey here on YouTube. national anthem and starting lineups have commenced here at the Great Park Ice, and we are now ready to begin action. The first game of the new year here at the Great Park Ice and 5 Point Arena, as our PA announcer Peter Gibbs has us all ready to run through a brick wall. And we are underway here at the Great Park Ice and 5 Point Arena. The Titans winning that first one. You see Tristan Lamb getting down there before they were trying to send it away, trying to get in on some forechecking action instead. Now the Titans will fight for it. Thought we were going to wrap it around their own crease for a second. Now they're just playing it out. Just to flip it up ahead to Ezra Gale, but only one Gaucho back there. Now the Gauchos have it near the center ice. They're in the neutral zone. Titans have pushed them back a little bit, and they'll just play it along. And we will get the clock sorted out for you. There's not one on the big screen up here right now. We'll get the timing figured out in a second as Patrick Check with a check. Gauchos have it. They try to send it over towards that left wing. Now they have it up along the board, still fighting along. Now the Titans have it. Ezra Gale. Slow it down. Ezra Gale with the shot. Tried to wrap it around. Instead, gets a deflection, and that one will be played around the boards by the Gauchos. That was Madra who had it for a second. That one's shot and goes around and out of play. And we will have a defensive faceoff for Cal State Fullerton. Looked like that one got wedged in the back and went out of play potentially. Connor Acevedo getting his first look at it over on his own end. And Robert Webster, the youngster, been a great addition to the squad this season for Cal State Fullerton. They tried to get it towards the slot. Instead, that one was deflected shot. It was a good wrister from the Gauchos. Instead, they will get another chance at it. That one's wrapped around. Still fighting up and along these near side. Still fighting for it right in the neutral zone. Titans are now trying to poke it away. Nearly shot that one to Coach Bamps. Instead, be whistled. Get moment on just 1 second. And during that stoppage, you saw as well, Ethan Hawks was coming in for the Titans, a pairing switch. We have a face-off, offensive face-off for Cal State Fullerton. Tristan Lamb, the leader in this team in goals with 15. The next two highest with 11. They have it at the point now. Check sends it over to Liam McKay. The lefty flings it back over. And that one is poked away, and it'll wrap around the crease. Now Lamb with it, pokes it back up to the point. Now Ezra Gale with the referee over in the corner, had to high step his way out of that one. Liam McKay sends it over, back out to the point. Check with it, shot, missed it. Was going for that far post. And that one's chipped along the boards. Liam McKay back over. And Dallas now with it. Shot, that one was deflected. And the Titans are on a power play right now. That one was a penalty on the Gauchos to number 15. He'll serve the minor penalty, and Cal State Fullerton has the man advantage right now. Ezra Gale swings it over. Tries to center it up near the crease, but couldn't get it, and that one's deflected away. And Patrick check now. Will swing it way over. Not a great pass to Tristan Lamb. Now Seth Gale was fighting for it before the Gauchos just poke it away and send it up along the boards. Now Franco's with it, the only Titan back. Now in the neutral zone, Titans try to work around. Nifty move right there from the Gauchos, and they have it. That one's shot, and that one is knocked down and saved by Connor Acevedo in prime position to secure that one right into the center of the chest. And the Gauchos will have an offensive face-off. Currently, Cal State Fullerton still has a 9 seconds on the power play. 16:03 here in this first period. Franco's tried to send it up to Gale. And I believe that one went out of play, and they'll have a neutral face-off. Right at the center ice. Puck has been flinging around there a little loosely. Both of these teams having the same idea, trying to work the tape-to-tape passing so far, but hasn't gone their way. Each team has had at least one good crack at it. Just no shots on goal yet, though, for the Titans. Just one for the Gauchos. That was the save that Connor Acevedo made. Now the Gauchos have it. Mentioned for Acevedo, he's been pretty good in the moments that he's been in. Only allowed 3 goals in his last 2 appearances against University of San Diego and Long Beach. And has a goals against average of just 4.5. This is now his 7th appearance here this season. Cat Reyes getting the night off. That one was poked up in the air, nearly knocked down. Now the Gauchos have it on the attack. Check to see if that was a penalty. Instead, it was a neutral face-off. That one was pushed around the crease. And a shot over in the corner. They try to center that one up. Nearly goes, and does. The Gauchos have the lead. Wasn't sure if it wrapped around, but sure enough, just got enough to wrap it around and in. And Trip Hayes tripping up the Titans defense to give the Gauchos an early first period lead. Well, Cal State Fullerton against LMU had a very dominant showing in that first period. We're already up 5-0 by the end of that, and we'll have to make up some ground in this one. There's now 5 minutes through this first period. You see pushing up along there and coming away with it are the Gauchos, but the Titans are trapping them over in that corner. Now Tristan Lamb is wrapped around, and there's going to be a whistle right there. A late whistle nonetheless, and that's going to be a penalty on the Gauchos. Have to see who. And for the Titans, they'll have another crack at it here. 14:40 left here in this first period. Have another power play opportunity. And that one's shot and put through! The Titans respond on the power play, and we are knotted up 1-1. Who else but Jason Andales to get the Titans on the board. His 12th goal in this one and his 3rd power play goal of the season. Titans needed that one, but now back on the other end, the Gauchos had it. And that one is nearly centered up, instead poked away, and now the Titans trying to fight for it, but it's taken right back by the Gauchos. That shot is deflected and goes up round the boards. Under 14 minutes now. A wild shot from way beyond the point, even from the neutral zone. That one went awry, and the Titans have it. Now back on the other end. Ezra Gale also getting credit to the assist on that one. And now back on the other end, just 2 back for the Titans. They have one trailing. That one's poked away by the... Rondon got his skate in there just in time and poked that one away. Now the Titans will have a crack at it going the other way. Tristan Lamb had it but lost control of it. Now back over in the center ice. 2 back for the Titans. Another shot ricocheted off Rondon. Rondon is a human backboard right now. Still getting in there. And they're still fighting for it. Nearly poked away, and that's going to be... And we got some pushing and shoving. That's going to be a penalty. Both of them were pushing down there. Finn Kowalek was getting into it over there. Looked like he was getting into it a little bit with Andales, and a little bit with more so with Tristan Lamb, really, who's now going in. Now the Titans. You see, that was Rondon who got the penalty for that one. And I believe he got 2 minutes for trash talking, rather. That's a rare one. Nonetheless, the Gauchos have the advantage, and the Titans will just lay back. Now back on the attack. Trying to weave his way through, and that one's wrapped around, and the Gauchos get themselves right back in the lead. What a beautiful setup. Jay Leung set that one up for Mason, the right winger, getting himself on the board, and the Gauchos retake the lead 2-1. 12:11 left in this first intermission, or rather first period, excuse me. Not even halfway to intermission. And face-off in the center ice won by the Titans. That one's just sent away. Both teams taking advantage of the power play, each with their own goal. Number 3, Mason Bowie got that one. And that one's sent along. That one's poked up off the net, and then that will be a defensive face-off for Cal State Fullerton. That one is shot and put through once again by the Gauchos. A quick response off the defensive faceoff, and the Gauchos now have a 3-1 lead. Couldn't see who credited that one, but the Gauchos nonetheless take advantage on the attack. They're now trying to ride that momentum a little bit further. Now back on the other end. That was Paranol nearly with the response. Tries to center it up. That one's chipped way up along off the glass behind the crease. And they'll wrap it around. Paranol tries to center it up. Couldn't handle it. Now back on the other way. Just one back. Now they're still fighting for it. Crowd loving that one right at the center. Pushing up along. Both of these teams getting very chippy. Paranol, one-timer, nearly goes through from the point. Instead hits off the pillow and deflected off, and now fighting behind the crease is Tristan Lamb. He's been getting into it. Sense the frustration brewing over on that Fullerton bench. And Liam McKay back with his centers that one up, but a great deflection to knock it. Number 3, Mason, is really getting into it right now. Shot right there, up along the boards. Crowd loving that one. It is Greek night here, and they're showing out in full force right behind that center row, and that one tried to get centered up instead, intercepted. Now going back the other way. Ezra Gale weaving his way through, tries to flip it back over to Webster, but couldn't get it, and that one goes behind. The Gauchos have it, trying to wrap it around the crease. Instead, they'll push it up along the boards, and Webster has it, trying to wrap it around the crease. Instead, tries to take a shot, and that one is knocked down and saved. Nearly a chance for a rebound opportunity. Webster wants that one back for sure, but a good look nonetheless for the Titans. Just their second shot on goal in this one. Migos playing in the back. Cal State Fullerton's hoping they can drop one into the back of the net. Webster lost that face-off, instead takes a shot from the point. And now they have it again, tries to center that one up to Liam McKay. Liam McKay scored a goal in every single game he's appeared in. Instead, back on the attack, one-on-one. Can the Gauchos respond? That one's shot, and a nice butterfly save from Connor Acevedo. Keeps it just a 2-goal deficit, and we'll have a defensive face-off for Cal State Fullerton. Still fighting for it along there, and that one's taken away by the Titans. Seth Gale now to Endales. Endales is shot and knocked into that back post. Even for hockey, that was a really good hit stick right there. Instead, that one's poked up towards the center ice. Patrick Check will be back there to get it for the Titans. And now we'll have a defensive face-off. The Gauchos got their last goal strictly off of one of those, and it was a nice setup for them. That one took a shot off of one of their skates, and they're still fighting for it up along the center ice. And now Cal State Fullerton back on the attack. 3-on-2. Ezra Gale tried to take a shot, and that one's put through. So nice, he had to do it twice. Jason and Dallas, 2 goals for the Titans, makes it a 1-goal deficit. Cal State Fullerton needed a response. Their first goal so far at even strength. Now the Gauchos back with it. Mirza Galeev had it over there, and that one's wrapped around. The Gauchos trying to take another shot. Instead, that one's deflected. Kai Paranol is back with it. We saw Mason momentarily with it for the Gauchos. Now he's pinned up along the boards a little bit. They just try to send it low. Now Liam McKay with it. Has one defender to beat. Tries to take his own shot. That one's deflected up off the glass, headed towards that fan section right there. But that's going to be a penalty. Believe they got that one on a high stick. Have to confirm. Nonetheless, the Titans will have another power play opportunity. They were able to capitalize the last time, and this would be the equalizer here. So a little over 7 minutes left. And a shot right there from the Gauchos went over the top of the post, nearly went bar down. That was William Love. Now Seth Gale has it, the speedster trying to work it around. He tries to center it up and couldn't get it. What a terrific save. And Dallas would have had a hat trick right there, but that one was quickly denied. I believe that was Moyison right there for the Gauchos who was able to knock that down. Titans have it now. Tries to center up for Andalis, and that is knocked down. Another save from Moyison.
Fans, since it's Greek night tonight, it's time that we get loud. If you're from a fraternity, make some noise. If you're from a sorority, make some noise.
Offensive face-off literally kicked away from the Gauchos, but instead the Titans have it. Justin Lamb tried to center it up. Not a great feed right there over to Andalis. Couldn't get a great look at that, and Liam McKay and check back the pairing. They'll send it back over to Lamb over in the center, but couldn't hold on to it. Patrick Check doing his job back there, trying to hold it down. Good tape-to-tape passing, but even better defense from the Gauchos. Both teams pretty even right now on shots on goal. Cal State Fullerton having just 2 for a brief period. They're now up to 5. The Gauchos have 6. Just a little over 6 minutes left in this first period. There's Tristan Lamb. They are pinned up along the boards with Check. Now half of each team is over towards the point area. Instead, they come away with it. Mason has it. Feeds it up ahead. Kowalek took a shot. Mason off of the rebound. Kowalek with it. Can he take a shot? That one is knocked through. Goes top shelf, and the Gauchos are back up by 2 goals. Everything you can do, I can do better is the motto for the Gauchos in this one. Cal State Fullerton has tried to bring it close, but a couple saves from Moyeson kept it in the lead, and now the Gauchos get another goal back. Rondon was down there for the Titans.
Gauchos goal, a short-handed goal, scored by number 13, Finn Kowalek. Assisted by number 3, Mason.
Finn Kowalek had that great response. That one nearly shot. Tried to center it up and had a chance for the rebound. Tried to backhand it a little bit. Still awkward. Trying to fight for it. Down low. Webster has it. Tried to wrap it around the crease. Instead, he's pinned up along the board. Finn Connolly was down there with him, and he ultimately wins that battle now with the puck. He'll just shoot it up along the boards. Gauchos back the other way. They're trying to get it into the slot. Instead, the Titans will try to poke it away. Kai Paranol off of the skate of the Gauchos. That pass up to Ezra Gale. Ezra dancing, prancing, firing, and going over the top. Another good look for the Titans, but couldn't convert. Now at center ice. Ezra Gale lost his stick. He'll quickly pick it back up. That one was deflected. That was Seth Gale. Tried to get it, but Connolly with a little bit of a hip check right there to knock him down. And now have the Gauchos another chance back on the attack. 3v3 right now. That one's shot over the back far post. A great pass, tape-to-tape shot. That one goes off, and a rebound. No! Titans had 2 great looks at it, but Moyeson is holding his own back there. Now Love the other way. Takes his own shot in. What a save from Connor Acevedo. And they're fighting right behind the crease. Oh, this is getting ugly. The crowd loves it. Who else but Ethan Hawks physically being restrained right now with the helmet off and all. Love and Hawks were getting into it. The line judge literally having to hold him on the ground. Well, if you love fiery passion, Ethan Hawks is that guy for you. Ethan Hawks had spent over 20 minutes, or penalty infraction minutes coming into this one. He's about to add to that one, and this one I feel is going to be a little bit more than a minor penalty. Love and Hawks are going to go to the box. We'll see what they rule it, but it is for sure going to be at least a misconduct, as they are still discussing it over there. And a correction for the clock. There's 3:38 left. Apologies for our stream. A little bit off. Nonetheless, you could see both. Jay Leung and Tristan Lamb talking with the officials, just talking it with the 2 refs right now, just trying to see what it's going to look like. But we saw Love come out of the box. He is over with the bench. Hawks is still over there. See, still discussing it a little bit over by the Gauchos bench. We saw Love still behind his coach. Wasn't sure if he was headed to the locker room for a second, but it appears he's still with the bench, so it's not a misconduct penalty. Wouldn't be a night at the Great Park Ice without Ethan Hawks spending a little bit of time in the box. A true defensive defenseman. Lives and dies with aggression. Now the Titans are down a man. Power play opportunity for the Gauchos. They have it. They'll have it now at the point, trying to get poked away. Little poke check from McKay, and that time it was wrapped around. Still fighting for it, nearly twisting it around, and that one's off the rebound. They're still fighting for it. Thought Acevedo had it. Instead, that one's flicked up and away. And the Gauchos now back on their other end. Leung with it. Gauchos have 1:15 left on their power play. Titans still on the power kill. That one's poked away from McKay. Now they're chipped up along. He tried to center it up. You saw the vision for the Titans, but instead that one was intercepted by Leung. Now back the other way. Great poke check. And that one's flipped up in the air, but only the Gauchos are back for that one. Tried to center it up. Rondon just got enough in there to avoid the shot. 30 seconds left on the power kill for the Titans. Gauchos got to find something on this possession. And that one's instead poked away by Rondon. He'll just try to fling it up along the boards, but they have it over near the point. And they'll send it back down. Seth Gale getting a little handsy with a little push over towards the corner, trying to force them over there, and they're still pinned along the boards. Strategy clear for the Titans. Tried to center that one up. Instead, it was poked away, and that will wrap up the power play opportunity for the Gauchos. Not able to capitalize as Hawks will come back onto the ice, but Paranal will come in for the Titans. Just under 90 seconds left now. Key moment in this first period. Titans had a couple good looks at it, but have never been able to get it close enough to tie it after it was 1-1. Gauchos now back on the attack. That one's shot in a great deflection. That one goes back and around. And Dallas had it for a second. We are now under 1 minute. Patrick Cech flings it up ahead, and Dallas went past both of them. Now they're back behind the crease. And Dallas tried to screen him out. Instead, it's freed up just enough for the Gauchos to take it. Webster gives it to Paranal, tried to center it. Instead, it looked like he was trying to shoot that one right there. And a great check from Dallas has that fraternity in those front rows fired up. Line change for the Gauchos. Titans trying to take it easy. They have 15 seconds to cook up something before the end of the first period. It starts with Francos. Instead, the Gauchos poke it away. Still fighting for it along. Can Francos get one last little look? 1 second, this will be it. And they weren't able to get the shot. Had a nice center up for Kai Paranal, but instead, it is the Gauchos who take control and hold control in this first period. Things are getting a little chippy. We'll see how the story unfolds going into the second period. The Gauchos lead it 4-2. You are watching Fullerton Ice Hockey on YouTube. more in store here at the Great Park Ice as we are just moments away from beginning this second period, and this crowd is fired up right now as the Titans are back up on the ice. You can see the fraternities and sororities as well getting on the festivities. And for the Titans, they're going to have a little bit more work to do now. You see Connor Acevedo over at the crease right now, kind of getting himself ready. One of the louder crowds in store here at the Great Park Ice. And in good fashion, we have a great game thus far. Even though the Gauchos are leading 4-2, the Titans have been able to respond a little bit, just haven't been able to get that equalizing goal. They were as close as 2-1 and 3-2. Had a couple chances earlier on, about a little bit past the halfway point of that first period, but couldn't get it. You have to give credit to Moisen as well. Had a couple great stops and a couple great deflections off there. One went off the pillows, another one went off the top of the glove side, and then a couple others that he was just able to get a nice little butterfly save on. But for Connor Acevedo on the other end, mentioned coming into this one that his goals against average was under 5, and it has gone up a little bit after that first period. And yet both netminders have done a good job as Peter once again on the PA getting these entire crowd fired up, and we are ready. Face off, and the neutral zone goes to the Gauchos, but a little bit of a mishandle. Able to recover. Nearly batted down by Malay that time. And Acevedo will just elect to knock it down with his glove, and we will have a defensive face-off for the Cal State Fullerton Titans. And they try to wrap it around the crease. Instead, they're trying to center it up this time. It takes a couple deflections. That one's shot off the bottom. Nearly went into the back of the net behind the crossbar, and instead they will be fighting for it up along the boards. They have it down low, trying to work it around. They tried to center it up, but Liam McKay is there. Patrick Check back for the Titans. He's pinned up along the boards, and Liam McKay. Now Tristan Lamb with it. Two back, he has Ezra Gale on the far side. Elects to shoot it, can't get it. No rebound opportunity for the Titans, but now they have it. A one-timer nearly from Malay right there. Couldn't get that one to go. And Malay with it. Takes a shot right there, and instead will just secure it. Moisen will knock it down. And it'll be an offensive face-off for Cal State Fullerton. As they're doing a roll call for every frat and sorority. And the sorority nearest to us in this booth, certainly showing why they're the loudest thus far. And instead, that one was a shot and knocked down. A nice glove save from Moisen. And for the Titans, it'll be the youngster, Robert Webster. And won that time. Nice little wrister that time, but Titans couldn't get it to go. They send it low, but the Gauchos are back. That one was shot, and it took a deflection off of Jason Andalis. He'll try to laugh it off, and that one was sent out of play, and that will be a neutral face-off. Robert Webster has 5 goals on the season, 3 game-winning goals. Couldn't win the face-off that time. Instead, they'll send it way down. Knocked off of Acevedo. They will wrap that one around. Trying to poke it up ahead. They have it in the center. Knocked down by Andalis. Now Webster sends it over to Andalis. Andalis couldn't hold on to it. Now Gauchos try to wrap it around. Now back on the attack. Nearly got it back. was Seth Gale. Instead, the Gauchos have it on the other, and that one shot right into the chest. No rebound chance. Titans still have it. Acevedo, another great stop back there to keep it close, and they have a fight. Ethan Hawks with an extra push at the end. That has this crowd fired up. You have a line change for the Titans. Paranol and Lamb back in. Patrick checking in for the Titans. Now you have Paranol, who just checked into this one. Tried to send it around. He's over on the far side. Now back at the point. That was Hawks with a rare attempt. Keep an eye out on that matchup. Hawks with on the ice. Never know what can happen. And both a little bit of tripping, and that is going to be a penalty. Penalty for tripping, and now both of them are going at it again. Kai Paranol's trying to be the peacemaker right now. Ethan Hawks. Hot-headed Hawks is in full effect right now, having to be restrained once again by one of the linesmen. That's going to be another penalty on Hawks, and it'll be another power play opportunity for UC Santa Barbara. And that was Jay Leung on that one. Took the blunt end of it, it appeared. Was a little bit shaken up. Is going to be good enough to stay out on the ice. Just a little over 17 minutes left. The referees are still discussing it with one of the linesmen as well. But for now, it is going to be a power play. It's going to be a minor penalty on Hawks. Should be for tripping on that one. Now Ezra Gale will be back. Mason Boley will take the offensive faceoff for the Gauchos. They're fighting. Ezra Gale gets down to a knee. Now they have it at the point. Instead, it was 2 minutes for kneeing, actually. You can see why the Gauchos are a little shaken up after that play, as that continued aggressiveness from Hawks. Now the Gauchos will slow it down. They have it back behind their own crease. They will try to slow it down and just wait to reset. Still over a minute on the power play. The Titans trying to take advantage of a potential power kill when they had the puck momentarily. Now the Titans, that one is sent way up along, and that'll just be knocked back. Leung with it. Had McKay trailing, and just for safety measures, Moisen will just fire it up off the glass. Now back the other way. Under a minute now. That one's just shot along from Francos. Be a golden opportunity for the Gauchos. Still have about 40 seconds left to take advantage. You see a pairing switch right now. Malay back in, check in, Francos out. Back the other way, just one Gaucho, two Titans back on that. Malay, one of them, and now has the puck. That one is sent down low and around the boards, but the Gauchos have it. Still pinned up along the boards. Gale trying to get in there. Weaving through a couple Titans, but it said the puck goes away towards the far side. That one's centered up, tried to knock it down, and instead Andalis was able to get his foot in there just in time, and that one is sent up along. Now Love had it, lost it momentarily, couldn't hold on, and now Love is out for the Gauchos. And we are back to even strength now, end of the power play. They couldn't take advantage. Now on the other end, that one shot and put through! Tristan Lamb splits them, gets the Titans their first goal in this second period, and they're down by just one goal once again. Tristan Lamb adding another to his already impressive season. Now 16 goals on the season, still leading this team. The Titans have another chance to even this one up. Can third time be the charm for the equalizer?
Titans
Lamb has it over on the other end. Two Gauchos with him. Tries to get it up to Liam McKay. Tries to center it up near the slot. The Titans had it. Instead, they're poked away and through, but there's going to be a whistle this time. You see Tristan Lamb, one of the players, getting into it. And that is going to be a penalty on the Gauchos. Not sure if it was for a high stick. We'll confirm in just a second. Nier Chitale, solid player of this season, had 5 goals coming into this one and 3 assists. Has spent just 2 minutes in the box this entire season. He's about to add on to it right now. Cal State Fullerton has a chance. And it was 2 minutes for hooking as the Titans now have it. Titans have a power play now. .90 seconds left on the power play. The Titans tried to center that one up. Check just couldn't get it. Took a little bit of a hit on that one. There's a little bit of a stinger on the offhand. Ezra Gale with the nifty move. Tries to send that one over. Seth Gale couldn't get it. Brother-to-brother connection. Back onto the other end. That one's shot off the rebound, and that one's put through! Tristan Lamb! Back-to-back goals for the Titans, and we have the equalizer. Just what the doctor ordered. Titans have their second goal on the power play. That is now 17 goals for Jason Andalis this season, easily leading this squad. Excuse me, for Tristan Lamb. Now him and... That one was knocked down by Moisen. So loud in here, hard to even hear ourselves up here in the booth. Patrick Check getting the assist on that last goal. Along with Ezra Gale. Now Tristan Lamb and Jason Andalis with a pair of goals each to total up the Titans offense. Both teams now with 12 shots on goal, about as equal as can be. The Titans have a little bit of momentum. That's going to be offsides. And we'll have a defensive face-off.
All right, fans, continuing with our loudest Greek life members in the attendance tonight. Who's here from 5 to 10?
Tried to send it up ahead. That was Ruiz. Now Webster has it, trying to chase it back down. Now Rondon at center ice. We'll just send it low, but no Titans are back there as we have a pairing. Check and Andalis back in now for the Titans, as there's Andalis making quick work before it's quickly taken away. The Gauchos now have 3 back for the Titans. Tried to center it up, and that was a great deflection to save what would have been a great shot for the Gauchos. That one's flipped up along and knocked down. And another shot right there, a nice check from the Gauchos back the other way. That one's shot, and it's a hat trick! Tristan Lamb is so nice, he had to do it thrice. And Cal State Fullerton has the lead, 5-4. Tristan Lamb piling it on, 18 goals on the season. And the Titans with this surge of offense arriving at just the right time. 3 unanswered goals. Now Ezra Gale back with it. McKay just has 2 Gauchos back there. Tries to weave it through. That one's shot and wrapped it around the crease. He has it near the slot. Tries to pass it back. Check with the shot that's deflected off the glove and off the glass. Trying to fire it around. Patrick Check, the lefty, with it. Trying to weave through. Instead, knocks over his defender. They're poked up along the bench. Watch out, Coach Bamps. You see back in Tristan Lamb, Malay, and Francos, the pairing on the end. They have McKay over on the far side, has Ezra Gale trailing. Which way does he go? He gives it to Gale. That one's shot and deflected way up off of the net into the ceiling nearly at the Great Park Ice. And for the Gauchos, you're just looking to catch a breather. Cal State Fullerton continuing to piling it on. Titans nearly won that offensive face-off. Instead, that one's chipped way up into the air, knocked back down off of the hand of Indales, and Lamb comes away with it, tries to poke it around. Now in the slot, that shot's good! Jason Indales matching his teammate Tristan Lamb, each of them with a hat trick. Cal State Fullerton in full control of this one. A great pass over towards the right wing. And Lamb set up beautifully for Indales. Now each with a hat trick. Now going back the other way, the Gauchos with the response. A great shot right there from the Gauchos, a much needed response. That makes the crowd very upset here, but nonetheless, Finn Kawalek with the response that the Gauchos needed desperately. We are back to a 1-goal lead for the Titans. Coach Bamps frustrated with his defense on that one. Left him free over in towards that slot, and then he was just able to get it. Now back the other way. Kawalek this time poked away by not 1 but 2 Titans, trying not to let Magic strike twice over in that same spot. Now the other way. We've whistled for offsides. And we'll have a neutral face-off. And the Titans have it now. Malay trying to get it. Rondon will just chop it up along. The errant pass, tried to get it through. Webster couldn't get it. He's trying to flick it up ahead. Kai Paranal nearly got it, but the Gauchos were back. Now trying to send it. They had a chance right there. Leung had a chance as well right there. They're still pinned up along the boards. That one's shot and deflected off Acevedo. Titans now have it way back on the other end. Rondon knocked the defender over, rather sort of just fell on that one. That one's shot from the point, no good. Tried to get it off the rebound, still no good. Now they have it back at the point. That one was deflected. Ruiz now Trying to work it around, but a great poke by Leung right there. Now you have Patrick Check back in, Ezra Gale. 9 minutes left. You see Liam McKay back in for the Titans. Tries to poke it through, couldn't weave the pocket right there. And Dallas, that was shot by Lamb. Now the Gauchos trying to go back with it. 2 back for the Titans. Hawks also back. I'll have to watch this exchange. You see an elbow from Hawks as well. Keep an eye on that back pairing. And a little fake right there. Not sure if that was by design, but Patrick Check tried to hold on to it. Liam McKay feeds it over to Ezra Gale. Tries to poke it up ahead. Liam McKay couldn't get that one weaved right through both of his skates. Instead, that one's knocked down. Tristan Lamb got a hand on there, and that's going to be a hand pass. Saw one of those earlier in the game on Cal State Fullerton, and that one, believe, was called on the Gauchos. That'll be a neutral face-off. Now Tristan Lamb will take it for the Titans. Aiden had it for the Gauchos. Instead, that one is shot up along back off the crease. Just under 8 minutes now. Both teams with 15 shots a goal. Gauchos trying to set up their offense. That one's poked ahead. A little bit of tape-to-tape passing. Instead, the Titans will poke it. And McKay fell on that one, got a little bit of a check. And that one's sent way back. And that will be icing. The roll call continues for each frat. Sigma Kappa over on the far side away from the Titans bench, making some noise. And now Tristan Lamb couldn't get that one secured on the defensive faceoff, and now they try to center it up. Acevedo got the legs down just in time to poke that one away. Now puck is free. Poked ahead by Francos, but that one's shot way up at the point. Shot went over the top of the crossbar. Might have gotten a little bit of the glove from Acevedo nonetheless. A little bit of a miss hit right there. McKay. Now with Gale, the speedy Gale over towards McKay. Shot deflected. And someone lost their stick right there. It was Ezra Gale. And that is going to be a penalty on the Gauchos. Daniel Fischel, a forward. Now the Titans will have a chance with their own power play. Titans have a couple of goals off of the power play so far tonight. Looking to make it a hat trick in that regard as well. This would be their third.
Gauchos penalty number 15, Daniel Fischel. 2 minutes for interference.
And Fischel got it, that one for interference. Liam McKay. Ezra Gale tried to center that one up, instead sends it far. That one's deflected, hung up in the air for a second. And instead, They will look to reset, and Dallas with a nice fake. Check with it, sends it over towards McKay. McKay launches it back over to Ezra. Ezra tried to center it up, and that one goes back off the board. Titans have just over a minute left on the power play, and the Gauchos desperately trying to get off the power kill. 1 minute left now. What can the Titans cook up over on their side? Patrick check. That one's launched up into the net. That one was deflected, so it will be a offensive face-off for Cal State Fullerton.
Time to find our next Greek chapter. If you are from Sigma Lambda Beta
Now back the other way. Seth Gale had it around the crease. Now he has it centered up, but couldn't get that one, and that one was a little bit deflected. That one sent way up along. Check got a little bit on it. Instead, it's McKay, the lone Titan, back over behind the crease. Check comes in for help. They're still fighting for it. And now Seth Gale tried to center it up to Indales, just couldn't quite get it. They will look to regroup. Tristan Lamb trying to dance around. The Gauchos are having none of it. Mirza Galeyev had it for a second, but now the Titans are back the other way. Little over 4.5 minutes left in this second period, and the Titans trying to do something once again. Couple nice poke checks from the Gauchos, and that puck is still free. Luckily gets sent away. If you're Cal State Fullerton, could have been disastrous had Gauchos gotten a stick on that one. Instead, they have it right at the red center line. Now down low, they swing it across. Rondon, shot deflected. That was Paranal. McKay's shot goes over the top, off the glass. Titans a couple chances. Both teams still with 16 shots on goal. Last couple of shots for Titans have been pretty errant. Kai Paranal tried to get it over. Instead, that one was deflected on the shot. Now Ezra Gale had it, but a great screen right there, and that freed up the Gauchos to try to send it back the other way. And that's going to be icing. Now just a little bit over 3.5 minutes left here in what has been an exciting second period, especially for Cal State Fullerton. Cal State Fullerton with 4 goals, Gauchos just with the 1 so far. Tristan Lamb, Finn Kowalek fighting for it. That one shot, and that one went off of the pad. And behind, another great deflection for a shot on target right there for the Titans. Now back the other way. Kowalek dances around, weaves through one, couldn't get enough on it to get a shot off, tries to center it up. Didn't see it at first for the Titans, but instead Seth Gale pokes it. But Tristan Lamb couldn't hold on to it, and the Gauchos will try to chase it back down, but not before Tristan Lamb. Now Indales. Shot from Hawks. A rare shot. And a Snow Angel save. Letting out all the energy on that one. And they are still fighting for it. Or a little bit of pushing. Who else but Ethan Hawks? You see a look at Kat Reyes right there. She takes a look at the camera. Is always ready. Not the netminder tonight, but her fellow netminder Connor Acevedo hasn't done so bad himself. Mentioned just the 7 allowed goals on 34 shots across the last 2 games. So far in this one, he's let 5 get by him on a total of 21 shots. The dance cam going off. This crowd is still fired up. Great look. That was Mason Boley. Shot right there, a nice butterfly save. Got Snow Angel on one end, butterfly save on the other. And Cal State Fullerton still holds the lead. We have 2:40 left here in this second period. The youngster Webster and Kai Paranol will come back in for the Titans, as well as Liam McKay. Bamps going with a different look for this last 2:40. Now pinned up along this side. That one shot up into the air off the glass. And Francos tried to set it up to McKay. A little too much on that. That was deflected into the back. That one was poked. Webster taking a little bit of a tumble on that one. Now Leung with it. Sent it over to Boley. Boley had it. Malay got a stick in there to poke it down and tried to knock it down where the Gauchos instead couldn't get a leg on it, and that's going to be icing. That should be an offensive face-off for the Gauchos. See another roll call here, this time a sorority. Now the cue for everyone in this crowd to get fired up. That one was left free for a second. Instead, no team could get a good look at it. And they're still pinned up along the boards. Malay and Paranol for the Titans. Francos couldn't get around on it. Instead, we'll just send it up along. Now back over towards the point. They send it down low. A centering pass. That one was a good deflection. Malay was in there, so is Francos, and that one's sent back. Titans haven't had a good look at it in these last couple of minutes. The Gauchos really been putting their foot on the gas on the attack. We have 1 minute left here in this second period. Can the Gauchos try to equalize it? Malay was able to get a knee on it. Now they have it behind the crease. Madra nearly with the chance right there. Now Liam McKay back the other way. Has two defenders to beat. Tried to split it. Instead, that hit off the net, and that will be with 37.9 seconds left. Cal State Fullerton will have an offensive face-off, trying to pad their lead before the intermission. Ezra Gale for the Titans. The assist master on this team had 15 coming into this one, but is also adding on to that total. That time couldn't set up one of his teammates. Now with 30 seconds left. And Dallas had it for a second, but that one was poked away at the last possible second before he could really rise and fire. Titans have it back. Dallas tried to weave it through, but that one is once again poked away. Now the Gauchos, one last attempt here, 10 seconds. Got around two defenders, tried to center it up. That one's poked up in the air and goes in. I believe that one's going to go to Mason Boley. And the Gauchos have clawed their way back into this one, and we have a true rodeo, 6-6. And a correction for our clock right here. There's 6.1 seconds left in the second period. It was an odd collision right in front of the crease, and it looked like it deflected off of Boley. Got a little bit of a stick on there, but maybe some of the body, and it was just kind of flipped up in the air and found the back of the net right in the spot where Acevedo couldn't get it. And we are indeed knotted up 6-6, 6 seconds left. and the Titans will just poke it away, and that will wrap up the second period. The Titans go on a rampage early on, but the Gauchos have found their way back. We are knotted up 6-6. We will go into the final period. We will see how the story unfolds in this one. You are watching the Titans Ice Hockey on YouTube. The stage is set. Both teams back and forth all game. Now we're knotted 6-6. 1 period left to decide the fate in this one. Cal State Fullerton, UC Santa Barbara, in a heated thriller on the ice. Cal State Fullerton had an impressive run in that second period, but the Gauchos responded late within the last couple minutes and even within the last couple seconds to equal it up. The man for the Titans taking the face-off is one of 2 players with a hat trick tonight. Tristan Lamb scored goals 3 through 5. His other pair not on the ice right now, and Dallas scored the first 2 and the last goal for the Titans. Now the Gauchos quick with it the other way. Had a chance, but no opportunity on the rebound. The Titans go back the other way. Weaves through one, can't get around another, and they can't get the shot off that time. Tristan Lamb trying with some theatrics and a little bit of Houdini, but even Houdini couldn't get through that. And now the other way, the Gauchos tried to poke it away and do at the last second. Now with it, that one's sent away by Patrick Check. Line change for the Gauchos. And the puck still at center ice. Now back into the Titans defensive zone. We'll just play it along the boards. Cal State Fullerton trying to get something going now. Back on the attack. Ezra Gale couldn't weave around. Instead circles back. Tried to free it up to his brothers, but Seth couldn't get it. Now we roll the other way. That was Madra. Madra with it. Dancing, firing, going over the top, hitting the back of the glass, and the Titans trying to get to it. Check to Webster. To Endales. That one's deflected on the shot. Behind the crease. One of the Gauchos lost their sticks. Now at the point, that one's fired. Off the rebound and put through! Cal State Fullerton. Right place, right time for Seth Gale. And the Titans retake the lead. Prime position, and Cal State Fullerton has delivered. And for Seth Gale, his 12th goal on the season, has a chance to be the 3rd game-winning goal if the Titans are to hold on. Shot deflected off Acevedo off the glass. Francos with the assist on that last one. And Jason Endales as well. That one shot right there by the right wing, but it was deflected off the Titans. Webster had it, got it poked away. Now back behind him. Endales off his own foot. 2 back. Can he weave around? He can't that time, but tries to center it up to Seth Gale. Can't get the second good shot over by that corner. Now back with it are the Gauchos. Kowalek had it. Finn Conley couldn't hold on to it as well right there. The couple sticks collide and the puck launches up. The Gauchos have it back by their own side. See one of the fraternities have their hands on the top of the glass. They're in the strike zone right there. And now one-on-one, Kai Paranol couldn't weave it around. Instead, a nice glove save from the Gauchos. And it looks like took a little bit of a shot right there, a little bit of a stinger on the hand. As we have the 6-7 cam here. Robert Webster with it, taking the face off for the Titans.
Fans, we kindly ask that you please do not lean on the glass during play. Once again, we ask that you kindly do not lean on the glass. Thank you.
Patrick Check flings it over on the far side, down low to Gale. Ezra wraps it around. Can he do it himself? Couldn't get a good shot there. Had a chance. Now Liam McKay will try to wrap it around. Nearly flicked it up and in over the top. Would have been a circus level shot. And that's going to be icing.
All right, fans, continuing with our loudest chant.
That will be a neutral face-off. More roll call continues for another sorority. And Tristan Lamb taking that one for the Titans. He comes away with it. Has two defenders to beat, now a third trailing. Pokes it back to Ethan Hawks. Not the fastest skater on this team, tries to get to it. Instead, a bad pass frees up the Gauchos. Kowalek with it, still poking it around, and Ezra Gale trying to do damage control on defense. Sends it up ahead, one-on-one. Shot nearly goes in. Nearly went top left 90, but couldn't get it. Just an unfortunate break for Cal State Fullerton. Would have been an all-time goal had that been able to go in. Instead, we have 15 minutes remaining, 5 minutes through. Just one goal for the Titans so far. Gauchos still looking for the answer. McKay ran into a wall of Gauchos. Now McKay back, tried to poke it through, instead tried to shoot it. Now Love back in, pokes it through, one-on-one chance, that one's shot, and it's good. Love loved that one, and he put it through on the bottom left corner, sneaking it in around the post, and we are tied up 7-7. Love worked that entire possession. Set it up for himself. Weaved through one defender. Someone who was getting in the game earlier had some frustrations with Ethan Hawks and got into it later on with Rondon. And now coming through on the offensive end, a much needed goal for the Gauchos. And they have scored 3 of the last 4 in this one. Love on the other end. Sends it far over. Now Love back on the far end, trying to get that one. It was knocked down and rolled behind the crease. Now on the other end, Czech has it. Czech waiting for his offense to get set. Tried to send it over. Now Love has 2 Titans to beat, one of them being Ruiz. That one shot went through the hand of Acevedo and off of that left post. That was Conley who sent it up for the Gauchos, now back the other way. They have it down low. Kowalek had it, That one shot nearly off of the rebound. Instead, that one's secured, and Acevedo fighting for it. They are still down there, and that one's centered up, nearly goes through, and that one's finally put through. They are still fighting behind the crease, and the Gauchos have found the answer and won. Just when you think you've seen it all, the Titans get the early goal. The Gauchos respond and retake the lead. Their first time being in charge since the early portions of the second period. They're going to have a discussion about this as there was a post-goal boxing match behind the crease. Couldn't see who it was for the Titans, but nonetheless, just a little over 13 minutes left. And the referee now will concur with one of the linesmen. Also now talking with Coach Bamps over on the bench. The goal is good. This is now officially up on the scoreboard. The Gauchos have the 8-7 lead. Now we're just going to see and I'm pretty sure that goal is going to go to Kowalek as well. With this little break while the referee is still discussing, it really gives us a chance to look at some of the upcoming schedule for Cal State Fullerton. They have a doubleheader. Tomorrow they're going to make a trip down to San Diego to take on the USD, a team that they dismantled when they came here 13-3 last month. And on the flip side, another doubleheader for UC Santa Barbara. They're going to stay here, but they'll be taking on UC Irvine. And we are back to our third period action. Kowalek, who just retook the lead, fired one through, nearly weaved it wrong, but just sent it past the left post. Kowalek with his second goal now in this one. And with that, Kowalek is up to 10 goals on the season. Sends it over to Francos. That one's shot off of the rebound, and that one's broke through! Ezra Gale off the rebound, flips it in. We are knotted up 8-8, and this crowd is fired up. And the shot right there from the Gauchos was deflected instead, nearly goes through, and off the rebound, the Gauchos have re-answered once again. It was shot from Love, hit off of the post, and freed up over on the right wing for the Gauchos. And that was Madra, I believe, who got in on that one, and the Gauchos are back in front. A crowd silencer as we near the halfway point of the final frame. Both teams 21 shots on goal. But the one thing that matters is one more for the Gauchos. Liam McKay over on this end. Ezra Gale weaves through one, tried to get around another. Would have been his second goal in this one. And we're going to have a penalty this time on Love. And you know what that means for Cal State Fullerton. They're going to have another chance at a power play. Now over at the point, the Titans will send it down low to Ezra. Lamb with it. That one's poked away. And Love got 2 minutes for slashing. Titans have been able to convert on 3 of their power play opportunities and are in dire need of a 4th to equalize this one. That one is shot way up and back around the crease. Boley and Sheck were down behind the crease, and it is McKay who will end up coming away with it. Now working back the other way, just a little over a minute, nearly halfway through, centers it up. That one's shot and goes a little bit past the left post. Titans had a good look right there. Instead, a pass that was meant to go along the boards, and that one's flipped up and into the Gauchos bench, and that will be a neutral face-off.
All right, fans, if you're from Pine, tap the 5, make some noise.
And Ezra Gale face off now. Jason Indales tried to give it back. McKay wasn't there for a second. Feel this is a golden opportunity for the Titans. That one shot, deflected off the stick and launched about 100 feet into the air. And now a fresh 30 seconds left on the power play for the Titans. And Gale will take it once again. Saw the Gauchos have a successful play winning a face-off earlier on in that first period. Can the Titans do the same to equalize it? First need to win the face-off, couldn't do it. That one's thrown up along the boards. Check, that time got checked. And Sheck fumbled that one a little bit. He has McKay over on the far side, just 10 seconds left. Titans need to get one little shot off. And Dallas centers it up to Gale. Can Gale get through? He's pushed, and that's going to be a penalty. Ezra Gale had the advantage and was pushed from behind. And if this game didn't have enough, that will end the power play for the Titans. And when one power play ends, another begins for the Titans. As that penalty went on Finn Kowalek. We mentioned had 2 goals in this one. We'll refire up the power play for the Titans. At the point, McKay goes between his own skates And Calumet got 2 minutes for hooking. And on another power play, the Titans, with their first look at it, couldn't get a good look. That one is shot up off the glass and way down towards the other end. Francos and McKay are back for the Titans. Bringing the help is Tristan Lamb. Madra checking in, had a line change. Now quickly moving. That one's shot deflected off of the glass. A little too high on that one. Trying to feed it down low. Instead, that's pinned up along the boards. Now they're sending it down behind the crease. And a heads-up play from the Gauchos. Moisian got on all fours to secure that one. Saw Moisian earlier, made a couple nice saves. Now a little bit under 9 minutes left. Ezra Gale feeds it inside, tried to wrap it around. Doing the splits that time. Nearly went spread eagle to take the save, and that one centered up beautifully. The Titans have tied it up once again from one Gale to the next. And for Seth Gale, that's his second goal in this one. Ezra Gale, better known as Easy Gale, set that one up beautifully on an easy pass to his brother, and we are tied 9-9, under 9 minutes left. Gauchos responded quickly this last goal. We'll see what they do on this one. Now they're trying to work it into the slot. They have a chance right here. A great save. That one off the rebound. Can't get it. A third chance. No. Gauchos had a golden opportunity, and Liam McKay is trying to evade and get through. He dumps it off, and he runs into a wall right that time. Tristan Lamb and Rondon back in. And that is another save for the Gauchos. Cool things off a little bit, but it will be an offensive face-off for Cal State Fullerton. Another line change. Webster in. Malay in. And Webster will take the face-off for the Titans. 8 minutes left in this one. And Dallas to Gale, tries to center it up, and that one's put through! Jason and Dallas make it 4 goals on the night, and the Titans retake the lead. If there was any doubt that the offense wouldn't come alive, that has certainly been answered now. Both teams trading punches. And Andales had it. Now back the other way, they're working. And a great save from Acevedo. Knocks it down, does a little shimmy to knock it down onto the ice. And that will be an offensive face-off for the Gauchos. Black Betty blasting out through the speakers here at the Great Park Ice. And the Gauchos unable to get a good shot and cough up the puck on that one. Now the other way, a errant pass from the Titans. Rondon will try to poke it through. Instead, can't get it. And that is, I believe, going to be an offsides, and yes, it was. It will be a neutral face-off. Lamb and Boley. Boley tried to get it, still fighting, and now the Gauchos come away with it, and it's before it is poked away. Now they work it low, and that one went right off Acevedo, and no chance for a rebound on that one. They send it down low, but it deflects. Now back the other way, the Titans have it. Liam McKay, the only one there, will just launch it up ahead. Nowhere to go. Now working it back the other way. Now they have it back out. That one's shot and deflected off of one of the Titans. I believe that was either Webster, went off of his foot. And weaving through all was Madra. Somehow was able to come away with that one. He's still chasing it down behind the crease. Has no one to give it to. Has Love trailing. Instead trying to take it himself. Takes a couple deflections. Love nearly got it off the rebound. Can they get it? No. Goes left off of the glass. And now they are truly pinned up along the boards. They send it back to the point. Gauchos had something going. Can they get it going a second time? Instead, that one's poked away by Seth Gale. They had one trailing. Malay tried to send that one, but that will be icing on that one. Five and a half minutes left, nearly reaching the halfway point of this final frame. Not much more you can ask for as a true sports fan. Iron Man playing in the back. We'll see who's made of steel in the last half of this final period. Now the other way. Lamb tried to get it ahead to Indales. He wraps it around the crease himself. No one to center it up to, just passes it back to Indales. That one's poked up in front and nearly in front of the crease, losing it. But luckily the Gauchos were back there to get it. A little check from Lamb, but does no damage. Now the Gauchos back on the attack. Weaving it through, somehow circling around. Can't get it. Can they get it off the rebound? They're still fighting, and that is no goal. That is going to be waved off. Acevedo doing everything, going full spread eagle. And that is going to be a penalty on the Titans. Tristan Lamb, somebody the Titans desperately need on the ice right now. Someone who is a frequent visitor to the box. He'd had 24 penalty infraction minutes coming into this one. And now UC Santa Barbara will have a rare power play. Gauchos winning that one. And Tristan Lamb got called for hooking. The Gauchos are going to have to move a little bit faster. Still having their entire team. See what they do on this play design. Now they roll out. Sends it back. Now back near the point. Shot deflected off the back. Gauchos weaving through one, round another. And whistle blown because the post was moved. UC Santa Barbara has about a minute 17 left on the power play as we have an a neutral face-off. Gauchos come away with that face-off. 4 minutes left. Weaving around one was Aiden. Now sends it back. That one's deflected. Acevedo couldn't secure it, but keeps it in front of him for now. Gauchos slowing it down. They'll send it back out to the point. A little wrister from the top. Gets it down and through. A great shot for the Gauchos. And Kowalek has himself a hat trick, and we are tied up 10-10. One of the most tightly contested battles we've seen at the Great Park Ice so far this season. And the first game in 2026 here at the Great Park Ice and 5 Point Arena has not disappointed. 3 minutes and 39 seconds to try to get an advantage. Titans had a chance down there. Instead, the Gauchos are able to poke it away. Rondon trailing. Has no one to give it to. Elects to just send it up and way past. And that will be icing. And that will be a defensive face-off. Not where the Titans wanted on that look, but there was nobody open. The Gauchos took advantage of the power play. Potentially one of the last we'll see in this one. Shot deflected, nearly secure. Can't get it off the rebound. Instead goes back out to the point. Sends it over, down low. Back out to the point. The one-timer goes up off the glass. Now the other way. Tristan Lamb feeds it over to McKay. McKay weaves around one, but gets tripped. And that is going to be a penalty. Good old announcers jinxed by me mentioning the power plays, but the Titans are going to get another crack at it. Clear as day for tripping right there. And Cal State Fullerton is in prime position to retake the lead. Have a brief moment of stoppage as both teams are going to talk it over. You see head coach Brennan Fobel trying to calm his defense down as they are now at the disadvantage on the power kill. And for Coach Bamps, lean over at the top deck with all of his players closely leaning in. For the Titans, the Gale brothers, McKay, Lamb, and Check. Gauchos now have it. Just McKay trailing. Tries to weave around one. Feeds it through, and that one's poked away, but nearly got through. Fortunately for the Titans, just around the back of the post. Acevedo will readjust the net back there to continue play. Ezra Gale on the other end. Had it to Lamb instead. That one is chopped away and sent, and that one will roll slowly towards that back corner. 2 minutes left in this one. Ezra Gale sends it back to Czech. Titans tape-to-tape passing, working it through. McKay with it, sending it back to Lamb. Lamb trying to weave, turn it around, can't get it, goes off of the glove. Or rather the pillow on the bottom right there. Titans will look to reset. Gale, dump pass. McKay sends it up and can't get a good pass out and deflected off of the glove. 45 seconds left. That one was wrapped around the crease. Now Czech has it at the point. Cal State Fullerton desperately needing to take advantage. Sending it back out to the point to Czech. The lefty gets that one through! Patrick Czech delivers in the clutch. And the Cal State Fullerton Titans have a 1-goal lead with just over a minute left. For Patrick Czech. A true defensive man for this team. Gets his first goal of the season, and boy did the Titans need that one. Another timeout right now. Cal State Fullerton feeling good, but how many times have the Gauchos been able to answer in this one? The message with Coach Bamps trying to get his defense to fully lock it down and secure the victory in this one. Winning streak is at 4 right now for the Titans. Would love to continue what has already been a great 2026, winning their first 2 games of the season against Long Beach and LMU. Or check that, Long Beach being back in December, but this would be a 2-0 start to this new year. Coming away with a narrow victory against LMU last Saturday. That back pairing of Francos and Czech. We'll see if that goal from Czech calls game. Desperation mode for the Gauchos. Trying to sweep it through. They'll send it along the boards and wrap it around to the other side. 1 minute left in this one. Weaving it through, but staying back. Cal State Fullerton now empty net, and it's through! And Dallas piles it on, his 5th goal in this one, and that might have done it. Cal State Fullerton is up 12-10 with 45 seconds left. Had 1 goal each in his last 2 games against Long Beach and LMU, but has completely turned it up in this one. 40 seconds left. .30 seconds left in this one, off of a rebound, can't get it. Gauchos would have been a good chance right there. Still pinning it up along, tried to center it up, it goes to the back. They have it around the crease, trying to center, that one goes wide. Time is ticking. The Gauchos' chance glimmerously goes away, and that one is launched ahead. Can't find the puck, just 5 seconds left. Cal State Fullerton is gonna win this one, as there's a fight breaking out up along the glass. Both teams throwing haymakers left and right. Paranal being pulled away, and they're going to the ground. There is still 3.5 seconds left in this one. Cal State Fullerton coming away with a sure victory once this skirmish is settled. Bad blood has boiled over. It has been brewing all night and finally reached its tipping point. As if the crowd wasn't fired up already, they are surrounding the Gauchos bench right in front of us, not giving them any room to breathe. The game is not officially over yet, but after this face-off, it will wrap it up. And a neutral face-off. Gale taking it. Sportsmanship between the two. Puck is dropped. Titans take it away, fire it off, and the final seconds have immersed here at the Great Park Ice and 5 Point Arena. The light show is in order, and Cal State Fullerton put on an impressive display, battling through thick and thin to come away with this one. Having an answer when it mattered most from stars of this team, Andales and Lamb, to an unsung hero in Patrick Check, giving them the eventual game-winning goal and setting them up for success in the waning minutes of this one. Cal State Fullerton stays victorious and continues the winning streak. Both teams able to shake hands after that one. Gauchos walking through and are hearing it from this home crowd, as now the Titans point to everybody, thanking everybody for making it out tonight. A wild, reckless, and downright rambunctious crowd fueled the Titans to victory in this one, as Ethan Hawks points towards the crowd. Once the theatrics have settled, Cal State Fullerton is able to walk into their locker room victorious in this one. There's still more in store for the Titans. They will make their trip to the road to take on the University of San Diego tomorrow. And for UC Santa Barbara, like I mentioned, they will be back here tomorrow night. Coach Bamps giving his appreciation to the crowd. But for now, Cal State Fullerton rides the momentum and continues to stay victorious in this one, winning this one against UC Santa Barbara 12-10. It has been a pleasure to join you all this season. Signing off for the final time, I'm Colin Costigan, and you have been watching Titans Ice Hockey on YouTube. Have a great night, everyone.